Hi everyone, good morning. How are you? I hope you all are fine. So, Rajesh Kumar, today we will study some extra questions of chapter 2. It's first module of questions we already discussed yesterday. So, let's start our discussion with some more questions. Okay, let's start. Okay, we will start with MCQs. Which microbe is used for production of alcohol? Options are yeast, plasmodium, lactobacillus, rhizobium. Okay, it will be definitely yeast because rhizobium cannot be used. Lactobacillus is used in conversion of milk into curd. Okay, so next question. How much nitrogen is present in the atmosphere? We all know it is 78%, and if we go by the exact percent, it is 78.9% in actual. Okay, let's move further. Although their options is 88, 68, 58, so our answer will be 78%. Let's discuss question number 3. Malaria is caused by which type of microbe? Answers is bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa. Okay, protozoa, option D will be the right answer because protozoa are responsible for the spreading of malaria. Next question, common cold is caused by which type of microbe? Any guess? Think. Common cold is caused by options are bacteria, virus, algae, fungi. Definitely it will be caused by virus. So option B will be our right answer. Next question. Which of the following disease is caused by a fungus? It is ringworm. Option C is right answer. Cholera is not it is a disease itself. Common cold is also a disease. Dengue is also a disease. So ringworm will be the right answer. Which of the following helps in making curd? Many times we discuss this. It is lactobacillus. Option A, right answer. Question number 7. Antibiotics are effective against which of the following? Bacteria, fungi, virus, all of the above. They are effective against the disease. Those are caused by bacteria only. Okay. Next is penicillin was discovered by the scientist Edward Jenner. Option A. B. Louis Pasteur. Next is option C. Alexander Fleming. Option D is Robert Koch. Question number C. It is Alexander Fleming, the right answer. So let's move to some more questions of very short answer type questions. Basic, starting from the basic definition of the title of the chapter, microorganism. Organisms which cannot be seen by our naked eyes. We need microscope or telescope to view these organisms. Okay, what is an antibiotic? A substance that kills or stops the growth of bacteria is called antibiotic. What is fermentation? The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol by yeast through anaerobic respiration is called fermentation. Okay. Next question. What is polio? We all know polio is a disease which affects nerves and results in paralysis, especially of legs, is called polio. Next question. What are communicable disease? A disease which can spread from one person to another is called communicable disease. Common cold is an example of that. Malaria is also an example of that communicable disease. What is a pathogen which causes disease is called pathogen. Okay, a microorganism or a type of microorganism which results in a disease is called pathogens. What is food preservation? Use of some techniques to prevent the food from being spoilage is called food preservation, or prolong the shelf life of a food is called food preservation. Okay, preserve the food, protect the food from being spoilage is called food preservation. Next question, what is nitrogen fixation? The process of changing atmospheric nitrogen into compounds of nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen into compounds of nitrogen so that plants can take up nitrogen is called nitrogen fixation. What is nitrogen cycle? The sequence or the process of circulating nitrogen through atmosphere to the soil to plants and back to atmosphere is called nitrogen cycle. Okay, the sequence of event by which nitrogen is channelized to the living world and back to atmosphere is called nitrogen cycle. So some more questions. What is the role of bacteria in increasing the soil fertility? Some bacteria. Answer, some bacteria which are present in the root nodules of the leguminous plant known as rhizobium. Okay, leguminous plants or free living fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil, which is ultimately used by the plants. Hence, they increase the fertility of the soil. For example, rhizobium, azotobacter, and sophrylium, etc. Okay. Define ohmic heating. Ohmic heating is the process in which electric current of high voltage passes through the food items to kill the microbes that causes spoilage of food. Okay, known as ohmic heating, new term. What is sterilization? The process of killing all the microorganisms above the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius is known as sterilization. It is one of the widely used methods. It is one of the most widely used methods to preserve food and is often used for various food items. Often used for various food items is called sterilization. What is pasteurization? Pasteurization can be defined as partial sterilization of food at a temperature that destroys harmful microorganisms without major changes in the chemical properties of the food. Okay, so pasteurization is basically to prevent the food from being spoiled by heating it at a particular temperature. Okay, which destroys all the harmful microorganisms. Next question. Explain why antibiotics do not work against flu or any infection caused by viruses. Okay. Answer. Viruses can be killed by using antibiotics as their cell pathways are different from the bacteria. It means taking antibiotics to get rid of flu or any other viral infection is useless because it does not reduce the strength of the virus nor does it reduce the duration of the infection. But however, antibiotic will work if we get attacks of viral infection and bacterial disease at the same time. Even then, it will cure bacterial disease only but not the viral infection. Okay. Explain canning. Canning is a process used for food preservation. Heat at a certain temperature for a limited period of time and is used to kill the harmful microorganisms as well as enzymes, and this method also involves the removal of oxygen gas and to avoid post-process contamination by airtight sealing of food items. Okay, you have also taken or drink the cold drink can, also beer can also be found in the can. Many other food items can also be done in the canning, especially in festival seasons. Next question. Explain how malaria is transmitted to humans. Answer. A protozoan called Plasmodium is responsible for malaria. It lives in the liver and blood of the person who has been infected by this disease. A female Anopheles mosquito when sucks the blood from the infected person, Plasmodium along with blood is taken into its stomach. Plasmodium along with blood is taken into its stomach. The Plasmodium here multiplies itself and reaches the salivary glands of the mosquito. Now, when this mosquito bites a healthy person, it injects Plasmodium along with saliva, saliva actually, to him. The healthy person then gets an attack of malaria. In this way, malaria is transmitted to humans. Very in simple words, if a person who is already suffering from malaria and a mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito bites him, and then if that mosquito bites same person, another healthy person, same mosquito, then it can be transmitted to the another person also. What is the difference between rhizobium and can, kinetobacteria in a way of fixing nitrogen for the plants? Rhizobium lives in the root nodules of the leguminous plant in a symbiotic relationship, whereas cyanobacteria lives freely in the soil and fixes the nitrogen. Okay. Next question. It is always suggested that not to eat anything from the street hawkers. Why? जब भी गली में कोई कुछ बेचने आता है उनसे कुछ भी खाने की चीज़ें लेने से क्यों मना किया जाता है? लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, most of street hawkers sells food items in an open area, we all know this, which always get contaminated, maximum chances of that of being getting contaminated with the dust and the flies carrying germs with them. Such an unhygienic condition such an unhygienic condition to the spoilage of food lead to the spoilage of food, which when consumed can lead to serious illness. Got it? It's very simple. If you will take a contaminated food, it will always going to affect your health instead of benefiting your health. So avoid taking food from the street hawker, especially because that food is not prepared hygienically. Okay, and the quality of the ingredients used may not be up to mark over from there. Okay, so if you are willing to eat something like that, then ask your parents to prepare for you for the same, then it will definitely be a taste fulfilling, as well as the nutrients will also be there in that diet. Next question. Why oil is added while making pickle? Oil seeds oil seals off the air from the item that is being pickled and thus inhibit the growth of most of the microorganisms. Basically, what oil did in the pickle is oil insulates or isolates the food item from the air, and which helps in stopping the growth of microorganisms. Those are taking place inside. Those may take place, not taking place, those may take place in the pickle to spoil it. Okay, next question. Why do idli and dosa maker add some yeast or old batter of previous day to the newly made batter and keep it for one day? Why? Okay, let's try to discuss the answer first. For fermentation of idli and dosa, yeast yeast or old batter is used or added so that the fermentation takes place and it makes the idli fluffy and dosa crispy and change the flavor also. So why we add yeast? To make it more crispy, to make it more tasty, to make it more fluffy, as well as to change the color and to maintain the taste also. That's why the yeast is added to the idli and dosa. Okay, idli and dosa. So guys, thank you so much for today. It's all about for today. So enjoy your day. Tomorrow we will start the questions of chapter 3, some more questions of chapter 3. If you have still any doubt in any of the questions discussed in this particular video, then you can directly ask to me on my personal account. Okay, thank you so much, boys and girls. Take care. Bye bye.